Middle of the week, guys. Happy Wednesday. We're getting through it. Well done if you've been consistent already this week. Maybe you've trained both Monday and Tuesday. If you have, we've had some big days, some big workouts. So your legs particularly might be feeling it off the back of those. So just take that into precaution when we're starting to load up the bar and picking the dumbbell weight for today's workout. But diving straight in, we've got some strength work in the form of an overhead squat. We've got 5 sets of 5. But the overhead squat is at a tempo, 3-2-X1. Now, when we incorporate the tempo, we can already start to understand why we're doing this session. It's more about external loading, movement patterns and mechanics, rather than loading up loads of weight on the bar. So it's less traditional strength. But because you're spending time under tension, it's going to improve the movement pattern, but also help to develop a little bit of strength in the movement as well. Now the 3-2-X1 looks a little bit like a maths equation. The 3, or the first number, represents the eccentric, which is the lowering. The second number just represents the time you spend at the bottom. The third number is the concentric, or the standing phase when we're talking about a squat. And the X there just is nothingness. Just go as fast as you can, be it explosive. I don't think that's actually why, but I like that. And then 1 is just to take a breath at the top, essentially. So that's the tempo there. If you can work in a team or with a partner, get your partner to count through all of those to make sure you're hitting the tempo correctly. And we're going to, like we did last Wednesday, superset that with some thoracic rotations where you have your hand up on the wall and you rotate round. You'll remember those from last Wednesday if you did that session. If you struggle with the overhead squat position and you struggle to lift a lot of weight there, whether it's mobility or whatever it happens to be, then I'm happy for you to choose either a front squat or a back squat as an alternative, and your coach will chat you through that. And as a result of that, you'll be able to maybe hold some stronger positions, get a little bit deeper in the squat, and just get a slightly better stimulus from that movement. All right, but that's not to say that we should neglect the overhead position or the overhead squat. It's still a fantastic movement, but if you need to, you can switch that up a little bit. Now looking towards the workout, this is the shortest workout we'll be doing in the week. So we need to attack it with the appropriate intended stimulus, which is higher intensity. You're working for 1.5 minutes, resting for exactly the same amount of time. And as a result of that, it will allow you to control your heart rate, control your breathing, so you can attack each interval with the same intensity every single time. 4 rounds total. You start with a 50-foot overhead walking dumbbell lunge. That's on one arm. That's your buy-in. Now you can switch halfway through. You can do the whole thing on one arm. It doesn't really matter, but get that dumbbell overhead, lock it out, walk for your 50-foot. And then in the remaining time, you're going to AMRAP double unders. So a fantastic opportunity to practice skipping ahead of next week's open workout 23.1. Your score is going to be accumulated double unders across all 4 rounds. Enjoy it, get after it, and I will see you in the gym.